So you've completed and passed your SIA training course. Now comes the most important bit: applying for your SIA license. For this, you need to make sure you do everything correctly, as if any information is incorrect or missing, this is going to delay your application, which delays you getting your license, which delays you getting a job and getting paid. So be completely honest with your application. The SIA have all of your details already. They basically want to check you're not trying to hide anything or lying about anything. So this is how you apply for your SIA license. After receiving your results, follow the link which will take you to the SIA application page, or I'll put a link to this in the comment section. From here, scroll down and click on Apply for a License Yourself, which will jump you down the page to the right bit, and then click on Create an SIA account. Now register for a personal account and start filling in your individual information, and once completed, click on Register. You will then receive an email asking you to activate your account. Check your junk if this doesn't come through. Follow this link and log in using your username and password you created previously. Once you're in, you will be met with a diversity information form. This will ask you for your race and ethnicity, etc. Fill this in and then click Save and start application. Before you start your application, they give you a handy little checklist to make sure you have everything before you start. So give this a read and make sure you do. Things like having your passport and driver's license to hand, etc. Once happy, you can proceed. You will then be met with a privacy notice, which you should read carefully before accepting. As tempting as it is just to click accept, just give it a quick read to make sure you're happy with everything. Now you can properly start your application. Firstly, you'll need to enter all of your personal information. I'm not going to share all of mine here for obvious reasons, but it's pretty straightforward. Once done, click on Save and proceed. From here, you will need to fill in some identity information. This will be whether you have a UK driver's license and a UK passport. If so, you will need to enter the document details here. Next, if you have been known by any other names in the past, you should include them in this section. You will then need to submit your full address history for the last 5 years. Make sure there aren't any overlaps or gaps in your residential history. So if you lived somewhere between June 2017 and June 2019, your new address after that would be June 2019, for example. There's also a tick box for your current address, so you don't need to put an end date there. For candidates who have lived overseas in the past 5 years, you need to include this address, and you will also be asked to submit a soft copy of your criminal record for that country. More information on how to obtain your overseas criminal record can be found on the government website. Just choose the first letter of the country on this page and all of the instructions will be here. I will include a link to this page in the comments section as well. Okay, this section is very important as it is which type of license you wish to apply for. You're most likely going to be applying for a frontline license. You'll then need to choose the most relevant field from that list. For example, if you've done a door supervisor course or are looking to renew your door supervisor license, you will only choose door supervision. Next up, if you do have any criminal convictions, it is very important to include them here. Again, be very honest. The SIA have your information already. If you try to hide them, this will slow down your application. The next few questions are about the DBS checks and giving permission for them to be sent straight to the SIA. Click yes and then save and proceed. Now, like the criminality information, you need to be very honest here. If you have been detained for any mental health issues in the past 5 years, make sure to include this here. Now that's been completed, you now need to read the declaration and agree to its T's and C's. I know most of you will just click accept, but make sure you do give it a good scan. Press continue and make sure you fully review all of your information before it's submitted, just in case you have made an error somewhere. Once you're happy with it, click submit, cross your fingers and make a note of your application number. That bit's very important. For your final steps, you must visit your local post office. From here, you need to give them your application number, pay the £190 application fee, show them your 1 Group A document and 2 Group B documents from the document list. You can use the same ones from your course here, as long as they're still in date. If you're not from the UK, read carefully what documents you need to bring. A link of what you can take with you will be on the next steps page. Heads up, you will also have your photograph taken at the post office. So make sure you're happy with how you look, as this will be on your arm for the next 3 years. Once this has been completed, the post office will give you a receipt and confirmation they have processed your application. You must keep these safe just in case the SIA needs anything else from you. Common mistakes people make when applying for their license include entering their middle name in the forename field. For example, if your name is David Lee Rogers, Your first name will be David, middle name Lee, and surname Rogers. If your driver's license has an abbreviated name, for example MD, short for Mohammed, if your driver's license is similar to the one shown, you would enter MD as your first name, Hassan as your middle name, and Ali as your surname. Basically, the name on your ID documents, qualification, and the application all have to match. If you're getting a message saying your qualification is not linked, there could be an error with how you've entered your name, like the previous mistake mentioned, or an error with the qualification. If you think it's the former, get in contact with us and we usually aim to resolve this within 3 to 5 days. Remember, we do have the SIA Expert Helpline, which can guide you through the whole application process and guarantee success with your application. We'll put a link to this in the comment section. I hope this helps you with your license application. If you do have any more questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section and I'll get back to you personally. But good luck! And as always, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more useful videos.